Respected Director, Mr. Jankulovski, respected Dean, Mr. Terpevsky, respected Professor Igor Ivanovsky, respected students, participants, speakers, respected all. Before you are going to learn from the esteemed professors how to evaluate the economic impact of the crisis, let me give you a short insight in my life and work of the past almost 2 years as the responsible member of the government. To start with, these have been lessons that I would very much have liked to skip to learn. The government had on-time reaction to efficiently respond to the situation, and for that we managed to make a difference. There was something new that required new ways, new policies, new efforts, new priorities to the way we have dealt with all the issues and economic issues. And the first priority were normally health measures. We had to assure that our health system got the necessary means to deal with the crisis, to focus our funds on that goal and to provide the means. With the lockdown and all the measures to protect, we also knew that it would take more than this. The economy per se was going to take a hit. And again, we had a new task. I know that you will have many questions and many ideas how to have done things better. And I am looking forward to see how academia analyze the measures and to propose how we can improve. At the moment when this decision had to be taken, we had one limited experience from the financial crisis 10 years ago that stuck in our minds. By keeping the people employed with their companies, the crisis could be ended faster, because when new orders came in, the companies did not have to rehire new people and train them. This experience, the efficiency of furlough schemes, had immediately applied all over Europe. But besides that, since generation, there was no experience with the economic impacts of lockdowns, of major health crises, and specifically not under today's industrial conditions and in economic situation that was quite good and stable a few days before the virus broke out. So again, we had to think about the priority challenge to make a difference. One of the economic priorities for all the citizens and business was to maintain liquidity of the companies and the citizens. Together with the National Bank, we allowed postponement of loan installments, tax debts, and others. A number that is total amount of 2.4 billion euro of bank loans were postponed, 4.5 million euro for corporate tax and 160,000 euro for rent payment for social housing. That makes a difference. The furloughs were supported with 140 million euro, and for those who lost their job because of the corona were supported by additional almost 1 million euro. Unfortunately, there were many businesses who suddenly had no business anymore, and we supported singers, tourists, guides, restaurants, kindergartens, fitness centers, tourist agencies, hotels, event organizers, photo studios, and more. We made a big difference. The unemployment rate are rather stable, and we had another historically low rate at the end of the second quarter with 15.9% unemployment, followed by steady growth of the employment rate, which is 47.3% at the end of the second quarter of 2021. Our companies pick up quite well. Our exports are higher in 2021 than in 2019. The GDP is growing 13.1% in the second quarter. But we also wanted to make a difference for our future and to look beyond the crisis. With the intervention plan that is a midterm investment plan for the next 7 years, with total amount of 8.2 billion euros, the investments in North Macedonia will be more than 3.14 billion euro in renewable green energy, 2.7 billion euro in infrastructure, 800 million euro in manufacturing, and others. In the same time, we see big changes in the global value chain. Standard products that we never thought about become scarce in supply, semiconductors first. small countries and manufacturing industries are more concerned. And it might be that a large factory in North Macedonia might have to reduce production because a penny chip is stuck in a Chinese harbor. That's why nearshoring will make a substantial difference in Western Balkan and wider region. This to be said, we see that our future is in a stable and competitive region, a region that will work towards mutual growth instead of mutual competition. Dear auditorium, I wish you much success for the next days when you evaluate the economic impacts. You hold within you our future. You will make the difference. Thank you.